How's it going, everyone? Matt Leighton. Welcome back to another real estate video. So in today's video, I'm doing something I never thought I would do, and that is sharing with you my income for my first full year in real estate. First of all, guys, I just want to thank you if you're watching this video, if you ever liked a video in the past, if you ever shared a video, if you ever subscribed, or if this is your first time here. Thank you so much for watching and supporting the channel. I really appreciate it, and definitely hope you had a happy holidays and a safe new year. Okay, so there's a few main takeaways that I want you to have after watching this video. First of all, obviously how much I made my first year. Second of all, the mistakes I made so you can avoid those mistakes. And then third of all, anything I would do differently. So what we're gonna look at is my first year's income. I got my license in March of 2013, so we're just gonna start right there. Go from March of 2013 to March of 2014, just a full calendar year. And my path is a little bit different because I started in the rental game, so I only did leases, and I was dang proud of it. I was like, yeah, I'm the rental agent, this is all I do. And I loved it, and I still remember my first transaction. It was a row home in Old Town Alexandria. I remember everything about it, especially the commission amount, which was $840. And when I got that commission check, I was just thinking to myself, I am gonna be a millionaire so quickly. $840 is a lot of money. I was 23 at the time. There's a lot of entrepreneurs out there that are making a lot more than $800 at 23, but for me as a 23-year-old, $840 was a lot of money. And I did get some commissions that were in the high three figures, as I like to say, 800, 900, even into $1,000. But for the most part, most of the commissions were around $400 to $700. And unlike the sales and the purchasing, if you have a buyer, they're probably going to buy something and you're probably going to get a commission. Sometimes they rent. Or if you're the listing agent, the property is probably going to sell. It may take a month, it may take a year, but you're probably going to get a commission. With rentals, it is completely different because what would happen is the renters would see, some apartments I'm not affiliated with on a Saturday, and then they would also see with me condos and apartments in my inventory on a Sunday. So at best, there would be like this 50-50 shot that they would lease the apartment with me. And honestly, guys, a lot of times they wouldn't, just because I wouldn't have the best inventory or maybe something else was going on. So I would end up spending so much time and effort driving these clients around, walking the streets of Arlington, and I may get that $400 commission check, or I may have just spent so much time with nothing to show for it. So that was definitely frustrating, but I still made it work. And guys, my first year commission, what I'll do is I'll put it on the screen behind me. I'm just gonna look at it. I have the numbers on my phone right here. First year, I made $27,073.91. I have the spreadsheet up here, so you can see that those numbers add up. And for the record, I thought that was a lot of money. I thought I did a great job. Looking back, I thought I had a great year. I knew I could do more, and something interesting happened towards the end of my time at that brokerage. One of my landlord clients was thinking, yeah, I could rent it out another year, or maybe let's sell it. Let's take a look at the numbers. And I was like, yeah, absolutely. Let's take a look at the numbers, having no idea what that even meant for a seller client. I'd never done that before. So got my broker to help me out. I sent him over an email. And later that night, I was looking at the email and I was just looking at the commission amount for the listing agent. And, I made $27,000, about $27,000 up to that point, $25,000 maybe. And that commission amount was almost 1/3. It's a 2-bedroom condo in Tyson's Corner, a nice building, nice area. And it was almost 1/3 of my entire years worth of work. I did 59 transactions that first 59. Like, that's a lot of leases, man. I was like dreaming about lease clauses. It was crazy. That's all I did, 59 transactions. But in just one transaction, I could have done 1/3 of my entire year. And I think it was at that moment that just blew up my mind, brain emoji exploding type of deal. And I took off my blinders and I was like, what am I doing with my life? Why am I chauffeuring these renters around in hopes of $400? And if 23 years old, $400, it's, quick cash and all that good stuff. But there was so much more that I was missing out on that kind of, lit a fire and turned on a switch that I was like, all right, I need to explore my options. And I've heard some agents say that the brokerage is not important. It doesn't matter what brokerage you're at. And I could not disagree with you more, just because I was at a rental only brokerage. It was a startup company, a little bit different. And for the record, I actually loved working there. But I had a couple times where I tried to get for sale purchasers and owners to list and sell their properties with me. And they'd go to the website and it was a renter friendly, we do rentals and only rentals. And I think your brokerage matters immensely. And I knew at that point my brokerage just wasn't going to be able to fulfill what I was trying to accomplish in the future. So I knew I had to change brokerages, and in my free time, what I like to do is go and see open houses and learn about different buildings and properties for sale. So I went to this one open house in Boston in 2014 and met an agent there. I had no idea about Century 21. I had no idea about the guy that I met, Sean Battle. And we talked, and a week later we were signing papers. That was in April of 2014. And I'm still with Sean Battle and Century 21. Sean gave me an opportunity. He decided to mentor me, and I am forever grateful to him for that huge opportunity. This is an agent that consistently does an amazing job. He's consistently ranking high on the Century 21 sales rankings in the entire company. So he's an amazing mentor. I hang out with his family. I go over to his house. I spend time with him. And it's just been a perfect setup. Getting a mentor is highly recommended, especially when you get into the business of real estate. And I'm just so honored and just I feel so grateful to him for that opportunity that he took a chance on me to try to grow his business. And recently, guys, in the month of December, it's so cool to look back on these things. Last week I had a week where I literally made $20,000 in 1 week from real estate sales. And it's so cool to look back on where I've come, where I am now, and honestly where I'm gonna be in the future. I hope to someday look back on this video in 5 years and be like, man, like you were barely scratching the surface of your full potential. So guys, just looking back at my first year in real estate where I made $27,000, I've since doubled that a few times over. I made $20,000 in 1 week earlier this year, and I don't say that to brag or to be pompous and I know everything, because listen, I don't know everything, and I made a lot of mistakes along the way. The first thing I would have done differently is to learn about real estate sales a lot quicker. I was so focused on rentals and trying to be the best rental agent ever that I just completely decided to ignore the rental sales game, which was a big mistake. And guys, you don't have to start your career as a rental agent. Maybe another agent that started as a rental agent, but whether you want to be a rental agent or start with doing sales, there's more than one way to get to where you want to be. Looking back, I loved being a rental agent, but I would also have wondered what my timeline would have looked like if I had started in the sales. The rental, the builds up all the experience and all the confidence, but obviously the sales, you're handling bigger problems, better problems, and you're helping people move into their brand new houses and earning considerably more money. All right, so guys, 3 more mistakes I want to touch on. First mistake is not keeping in touch with my rental clients. Guys, renters move all the time and they eventually buy. So I just wasn't reaching out until maybe a month before their lease was up. And I remember one guy, I reached out, I was like, hey man, how's your lease going? He's like, oh great, we just bought a place. Like, how are you doing? I was like, oh yeah, I'm doing great too. Thanks for asking. But it's obviously all my fault. Why was I only following up with him 11 months after we had worked together? So looking back, what I would have done is followed up every 90 days to stay in touch, invite them to events, happy hours, caps games, anything to stay top of mind. The next mistake is not doing enough lead generation. If you're a real estate agent, you actually have 2 jobs. Number 1 is lead generation, and the second one is selling real estate. So surprisingly, the brokerage was very good at generating leads and high quality leads that I could close easily. But on my own part, in my own sphere, in my own network, I was not doing enough on my end to let my friends know that, hey, I can help you out on the rental side and, eventually the sales side. So on social networks, just promoting what I would do. It's great that I'm from the area and that I do business in the town that I live in, but if no one knows that I do business in the town that I live in, I'm kind of handcuffing myself with that. So definitely not promoting myself and not doing enough lead generation was one of my biggest mistakes. And finally, guys, I would have moved brokerages sooner. You know, I think the saying goes, the best time to plant a tree is 20 years ago. The second best time is today. Well, it's the, same sort of deal with this rental brokerage. I loved working there. I loved the management. It just wasn't a long-term solution for what I was looking for. I wish I'd taken off the blinders. I wish I'd gotten into real estate sales much sooner, because I was basically like swimming in a pond, like a very small pond, when I could have been like deep sea fishing in the ocean. Like, you know what I mean? I would, like, the best case scenario is I get a rental transaction and I make like $900, right? And I help out one person, where I could have helped solve much bigger problems and had a much higher commission had I had gone to real estate sales much quicker. So there you have it. That's how much I made my first year in the business. Guys, on this channel, I'm all about transparency. I'm all about helping you, letting you know how it really is and telling you how it is. I never want to, stand up on my high horse and talk down to anyone or anything like that. I'm just a normal guy that made $27,000 in the year 2013 and then decided to make YouTube videos in 2014. So again, thank you so much for checking out the channel, for liking, for sharing, subscribing, anything that you've done in the past to help me out, guys. I appreciate you following the journey, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. All right, until next time, create a productive day. Take care.